Ain't no way you guys couldn't have told me that you didn't see this coming. LiAngelo Ball is expected to sign with the Charlotte Hornets, be on the team's Summer League roster, and what also should be expected is Lonzo Ball will sign with the Charlotte Hornets as well. Of course, it's something that's been in the works for a long time in my opinion. Now, whenever it comes to Lonzo, he averaged close to 20 points a game, 7 rebounds and 7 assists. LiAngelo, he averaged at least 30 points a game throughout his entire high school career. And LaMelo, he averaged about 21. Of course, this is the NBA we're talking about. But if Lonzo and LaMelo have anything to do with it, LiAngelo will get his chance to shine. Of course, the Ball brothers, they're going all in on themselves. And Lonzo showed you what he did last year. In 55 games, he averaged 14.6 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 5.7 assists, while shooting 41% from the field and 37.8% from downtown. Hard work and determination put him in the perfect position, because if he would have done awful, he would have tested restricted free agency out, and the outcome might not have been so good. The outcome would have actually made him stay with the New Orleans Pelicans, because they would have matched anything that any other team would have tried to offer him. But now his price tag might just be too much for them to try to retain him. Now, don't bash me, because I'm about to say something that might tick off Charlotte Hornets fans. I really believe that the Charlotte Hornets should trade Terry Rozier and do a sign and trade for Lonzo Ball. Shout out to all the YouTubers out there, because what I forgot to realize was they have about $25 million in cap space. So they can actually go after somebody either this year or next year and try to make a huge playoff push in the future. Now, I also have a trade suggestion. And of course, you should know that I really believe that Gordon Hayward doesn't fit with the timeline of this team. They actually need, I would say, somebody that's young, being able to fit with Lonzo, LaMelo, LiAngelo, and even Miles Bridges, because they're a young core. They need to get in NBA shape. They need to get experience, those NBA minutes. Of course, you need veterans on the team, but their price tag shouldn't be too steep, because it'll hurt the young players from getting those max contracts that'll get them to stay. But I'll be putting up the trade suggestion right now. And in this trade, it includes the Charlotte Hornets, the Denver Nuggets, and the Atlanta Hawks. And the Charlotte Hornets, they will receive Aaron Gordon, DeAndre Hunter, Michael Porter Jr., and Bol Bol, as well as the 26th overall pick from the Denver Nuggets. And the Denver Nuggets, they will receive Gordon Hayward, Cam Reddish, and Josh McDaniels. This will also come with the 20th overall pick from the Atlanta Hawks and a future first rounder from the Charlotte Hornets. And the Atlanta Hawks, they will receive Monte Morris, PJ Washington, the 11th overall pick in this year's draft, and 2 future first rounders from the Charlotte Hornets. Of course, I really believe that this would be a great deal. Off the bat, let's start with the Denver Nuggets. One day they'll get Gordon Hayward, somebody that will give you playoff experience. Just imagine going against Hayward, Jamal Murray, and the Joker all at the same time. That's something that will be insane, just off the fact that I think that Gordon Hayward would have done a better job if he was in that position last year with the Denver Nuggets. Now, Michael Porter Jr., I really believe will have a great future, and I'm about to get to that. But Gordon Hayward, he will show you right off the bat that he's meant for playoff basketball. He has that handle that's really developed. Even though he doesn't have the defense like that, he is a guy that will make you be on your toes at all times. Now, whenever it comes to Cam Reddish, I believe he will also have a good NBA future. And whenever you look at it, he has so much defensive potential. So I believe that would be a pickup. And McDaniels, we already know he can get you buckets as well. He can play defense as well. So the Denver Nuggets will move a tier up in that playoff division. Now, whenever it comes to the Atlanta Hawks, they'll be getting another ball handler. They'll be getting PJ Washington. And on top of that, the 11th overall pick in this year's draft, we know that payday is coming. So whenever it comes to DeAndre Hunter, I don't think that the Atlanta Hawks really want to give him that much money whenever that time comes. And that goes as far as Cam Reddish, because they'll end up having to pay Trae Young. They will have to pay John Collins in this offseason. And they also need Clint Capella. So I'm just saying, it's something that could happen on their end. But at the end of the day, this trade is solely about the Charlotte Hornets. You see, Liangelo, LaMelo, Lonzo, they will be a very young core. And I really believe that Michael Porter Jr. will elevate his game with the Ball brothers. They always end up getting that one guy who ends up showing out, and I really believe it would be him. Of course, DeAndre Hunter, he's gonna also be a great piece. He's the guy that's gonna get an extension from the Charlotte Hornets. And of course, Aaron Gordon, we know what he can do in the NBA. We want to see what Bol will be able to do on a team that actually gives him a chance, and they still will have that $25 million in cap space if they do a sign and trade for Lonzo Ball for Terry Rozier. So at the end of the day, this is something that the Hornets might want to look at, because this team needs to build from the ground up, and by them doing something like this, it can really help them. Of course, they can do a sign and trade with Devontae Graham or Malik Monk, but I don't think the New Orleans Pelicans would really want to give them any kind of money around $20 million. And I really do believe that Scary Terry needs to be gone just for the development of Lonzo and LaMelo Ball. You need to actually give them a chance to shine. But I really want to know what you guys think. I have 2 questions for today, but before I ask, make sure you follow me on both of my Instagram pages. Once I reach 1,100 followers, I'll be giving away an NBA jersey of your choice. And once I reach 11,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'll be giving away another NBA jersey. All you have to do is comment jersey in my DMs. Now, the questions for today is, 1, do you think that Scary Terry needs to be out of Charlotte so that Lonzo and LaMelo and even Liangelo can develop in Charlotte? And 2, do you think they should sign more role players with this team with that extra cap space? Or should they go after another superstar that will be paired with Lonzo, LaMelo, Liangelo, and even Michael Porter Jr. if something like this does happen? I appreciate all you guys loving your support. And as always, this your boy ScottyIce, aka Baby Bron. And you already know, I'm out.